Okay, so this lecture, this is about word problems. The word problems that I have taken are linear equations, are simultaneous linear equations. Simultaneous linear equations implies you will have equations like 2x plus 3y is equal to 5 and x plus 2y is equal to 3. So we'll have word problems which will be in this shape, and these word problems will get reduced to simultaneous equations like these, and we'll have to find the value of x and y. So this is what I mean by simultaneous linear equations. These linear equations, these word problems that I have taken, they are from exercise 6G, Selena ICSI class 9th 2020 edition. So me and my partner is equal to classes Navneet and is equal to classes Shivang. We have made many videos which have Selena solutions. I hope you will have a look at them and you will find them useful. Let's start with the first question. The first question says, Rohit says to Ajay, give me 100. I shall then become twice as rich as you. Ajay replies, if you give me 10, I shall be 6 times as rich as you. How much does each have originally? Usually in such problems what I have seen is that whatever you see in the last statement, just assume that. So what it implies is that how much does each have originally? So let us assume that Rohit has R and Ajay has A rupees originally. Now usually people have X and Y. You can assume, if you are comfortable with X, you can assume Rohit has X rupees, Ajay has Y rupees. So whatever you are comfortable with, it's absolutely okay. So let us assume that you are okay with X, so I'll take X. Okay. Now Rohit has X rupees, Ajay has Y rupees. Okay. Let us look at this statement again. Give me 100, I shall then become twice as rich as you. So what this implies is that Rohit had X originally, Ajay had Y originally. Now if Ajay gives 100 to Rohit, Ajay gives 100, so Ajay will become Y minus 100 and Rohit will become X plus 100. I hope it is clear. Give me 100, I shall then become twice as rich as you. So Rohit will now become twice as rich as Ajay. I hope this is clear. Statement 2, Ajay replies, if you give me 10, that means that if Rohit now gives Ajay 10, Rohit will become X minus 10 and Ajay will become Y plus 10. I hope this is clear and you are able to understand what I am saying. So I shall be 6 times as rich as you. So now Ajay will be 6 times as rich as Rohit. So this will be equation number 2. So now we'll have two equations. One equation is that x plus 100 is equal to twice of y minus 100. The other equation will be 6 times x minus 10 is equal to y plus 10. I'll copy these equations here and then I'll try to solve them. So the equations that I have is, the first equation that I have is twice of y minus 100 is equal to x plus 100. The second statement that I have is 6 times x minus 10 is equal to y plus 10. So this is 1, this is 2. The easiest way of solving this, as I see, is let us solve this first, then solve this first. Let's try to make sense of these two equations. Let's try to reduce them to simple equations. So this will be 2y is equal to x plus 300. So I'll again name this as 1 dash. Okay, let us name this as 1 dash. Now I'll take 2. 2 becomes 6x minus 60 is equal to y plus 10, and 6x is equal to y plus 70. This is my equation number 2 dash. Now I have to solve 1 dash and 2 dash, and again the easy way of solving this is that I take the value of x here. I can put it, this value x that I take, I can put it here and then solve. I hope it is clear. So the value of x from here is x is equal to 300 minus 2y. When I put it here, it becomes 6 into 300 minus 2y is equal to y plus 70. So I have 1800 minus 12y is equal to y plus 70, or 13y is equal to 1730. I hope it is okay till here. Let me check. I have made a mistake here, so let me check. So x should be equal to 2y minus 300. So this should be 2y minus 300. I hope you get this. So my x should be 2y minus 300. So this should be plus 2y minus 300. This should be minus 1800 plus 12y is equal to y plus 70. So this will be, okay, this should be, this is incorrect. This should be 11y is equal to 1870. Y should be equal to 170 rupees. So if this is y, I hope it is clear that, again, if I use this only, let us assume I use this only. If I have to find x, then x is equal to minus 300 plus twice of y I take from here, so 170. So this will be 17 to the 340 minus 300, this will be 40 rupees. So x is 40 rupees. X is 40 rupees. And y is 170 rupees. Now if you want to check, then you can check it from, let us assume we try to check it from this statement, Ajay's statement. If you give me 10, so Rohit becomes 30 rupees and Ajay becomes 180 rupees. So Ajay has become 6 times Rohit. This is what he is saying. So this is done. Interesting question. I hope you also find it interesting. The second question, the sum of 2-digit number and number obtained by reversing the order of the digits is 99. Find the number if the digits differ by 3. Okay. I'll just take few minutes to explain you how do you need to do these questions, how I find it easy to solve these questions. So let us take a 2-digit number, for example 73. So 73, I can write this as 7 into 10 plus 3, because this will be equal to 70 plus 3. I hope the logic is clear. Now if I reverse the digits, the number will become 37. Now 37 can be written as 3 into 10 plus 7. So this will be 37. Now that this logic and this logic, just remember this logic. And second, and this, so this is the first thing that you need to remember. The second thing that you need to remember, is that if you see this number 73, if you see the number, the two digits, if we take difference of the two digit, the difference is 4. That means that, let us assume that if I assume that the digit on units place is 4, and somebody tells me, okay, let us take the same example so that you don't get confused. So if somebody says that my units place is 3 and the number at tens place is 5 more than the number at units place, I hope it is clear that this number would be 8 and this whole 2-digit number will be 83. I hope you understand what I am trying to tell you. The important thing to remember in all these problems, because in this exercise there will be some other problems also which are like this, where they say that, let us assume that there is a 2-digit number. Whenever you see a problem which says that there is a 2-digit number, always remember that a 2-digit number can be written in this form. 73 can be written as 7 into 10 plus 3. If you want a sort of formula, always remember that units place is as it is. The number at the tens place is multiplied by 10. If I want to take this argument further, if I had a number like 347, I can write this as 3 into 100 plus 4 into 10 plus 7. If you want, you can also multiply it 7 by 1, but that is of no use, so that is why I am avoiding that. If there is a number like 1, 2, 3, 4, this is a 4-digit number, I can write this as 1 into 1000 plus 2 into 100 plus 3 into 10 plus 4 into 1. So I hope the logic is clear to you. Because when I am solving these word problems of 2-digit numbers, what I'll assume is that let my 2-digit number be xy. Now when I say my 2-digit number is xy, what I'm trying to say is that this number actually looks like this, 10x plus y. I hope you get the logic. Similarly, if I have to assume a 3-digit number, I'll assume the 3-digit number as xyz. But this xyz implies that this number would be written as x into 100 plus y into 10 plus z. I hope you are getting the drift of what I am saying. Because these problems usually become difficult for the student to understand as well as for the teacher to explain. So that is why I am trying to explain these problems in detail, because the same set of problems are also required when you are doing quadratic equations also. So using these kind of problems, that there is a 2-digit number and there is a 3-digit number, you can also form quadratic equations. So these word problems, they are usually, whenever you do a set of word problems, you will always find problems like these, that there is a 2-digit number. So the easiest way to do these problems is to assume that the number at units place would be multiplied by 1, the number at tens place would be multiplied by 10, and the number at 100 place would be multiplied by 100. I hope this detailed explanation was good enough for you. Now let us start the question. The sum of a two-digit number, again I assume that the two-digit number is xy. The sum of a two-digit number and the number obtained by reversing the order of digit. So reversing the order of digit implies that the reversed number becomes yx. So is 99, what they are trying to tell you is that the number xy when added to yx becomes 99. There is another information, find the number if the digits differ by 3. Now if you get the drift of what I had told you before, this x plus y, these two digits of the number, see here, please understand that 73 is the number, 37 is the number formed by reversing the digits. The digits are 7 and 3. 7 and 3 differ by, in this case 7 and 3 differ by 4. So 73 plus 37 is equal to 7 3 the 10, 7 3 the 10, 110. I hope you see the parallels. Now in this, the first equation is this. The second equation, if the digits differ by 3, so if one, let us assume that x and y, let us assume that x is greater than y, let us assume, then x minus y is equal to 3. I hope it is clear. So this is the second equation. Now this is the number xy. This I can write as 10x plus y. This number I can write as 10y plus x, and this is equal to 99. So 10x plus x is 11x, y plus 10y is 11y, this is 99. Therefore x plus y is equal to 9. Why? Because I have taken common 11. So 11 I have taken common. I hope it is clear. The second equation that I have is x minus y is equal to 3. So let me make some space here. Let me make some space here. And solve the two equations. The two equations are x plus y. Okay, this is what I have reduced. This is what I have reduced 1 to. So I'll write this as 1 dash. Now it is pretty easy job. So x plus y is equal to 9. X minus y is equal to 3. I add these two equations. 2x is equal to 12. X is equal to 6. And y is equal to 3. So the number that I have is 63. Let us check whether this is okay or not. So 63 is the number. Yes, the two digits differ by 3. When I reverse it, it becomes 36. When I take the sum, it is 99. So the answer is correct. I hope you enjoyed part 1 of this series of videos. In this part, we have done question number 1 and question number 2. In the next part, I'll be doing question number 3 to question number 10. And in the third part, I'll be doing question number 11 to question number 13. The Numericals in this exercise are a bit complex, so that is why I've decided to make 3 parts of this exercise. I hope you will find the other parts useful also. See you next time. Thank you.